Hello and welcome into the first ever made for YouTube video brought to you by me, TaterBoy09. Today I'll be going through some commentary for the Resident Evil 4 speedrun, specifically in the New Game Plus Pro category. So let's get right into it. A few things that I want to go over before we even get started on this is that it's a New Game Plus Pro category, so there's a few things that are different than if we were to play just a new game starting up. For example, I have an entire
Got a selection of
arsenal that I can pick and choose for my weapons. So I want to show you a few things before we actually get into a gameplay. So you can see my inventory is completely full with a lot of different things. First is this shotgun right here, which is going to be pivotal to how we play the rest of this game, to be honest. If you see here, anytime you see those little dashes below, like on the bottom right, next to the gun, that means it's infinite. There's no amount of ammo that can be held to it. So that includes this this Tommy gun here. This gun is called the PRL, which we'll learn about as we go forward. And this is infinite rocket launcher, another one where you can just spam as much as you need to. And we have an arsenal of grenades and healing items. So there's a lot of things that we get from this playthrough. And one thing that you get is completely setting up your inventory the exact way that you want it to be. This game is pretty optimized, all things considered, when it comes to how the game is ran. One thing in particular that we'll see a lot is a lot of glitches. Not like kind of game defining glitches. The first thing that I want to kind of show here is this, what is referred to as the Ditman glitch. It's called that because he created this glitch, and you'll hear me call it the Ditman as we go through. But as you can see, I kind of run at a moderate pace. This is how you would expect someone to run like that. If you activate the Ditman, it makes you run at 1.5 times faster. So to activate it, it's really quick movement, but you have to start to aim, and then about right there. So you see how I started to aim and then stopped? About right there. You have to aim before this laser comes up. So the laser, like right here on the ground, this purple laser right there, you have to aim before that laser comes up, and then you have to go into your menu. So I started to aim, I went into the menu, and then I'm just switching to any random weapon. This one I'll go in with a grenade, because running with a grenade without this glitch activated makes you run about 1.1 times faster. So using it with Ditman would make you run about 1.65, about 1.7 times faster. So I should have it activated right now, and I can already tell my movement's a little bit faster, but here's me running faster with it. And every movement that I have is so much quicker. Spinning around, everything. So let me deactivate it. And there's a lot of different ways to deactivate the glitch. One is shooting the striker, which is this shotgun. Also opening doors, or being staggered by enemies. Sometimes some cutscenes will do it. So it really depends. This whole route is basically, how can you get from point A to point B without opening as few doors while still having that Ditman glitch activated. And my timer's going, but I'm going to just delete the time anyway, so it's not going to matter. So here's me running, and here's me running with a grenade, which, like I said, it's faster than running with a gun in your hand, but not much. So then we'll activate the Ditman, and we're running way faster. So obviously that's going to be better for the time. And if you think it's not really important, but you can see my controller down here. Some ways to quick turn is to turn your camera, which is using the right one, and then aiming. So yeah, just looking this way. And that's not really something you need to pay attention to, but it's something for, advanced speedrunners. So I'm going to close out of this because I want to get started with it. But we're just going to go with a real run here, and I'll kind of talk about some of the things that happen as the run goes on. So the timer is totally automatic, so there's nothing that we need to do with it. And we always select costume 2. That costume 2 is what is the mob outfit that he had, or the mafia outfit that he had on. It's going to come into play once we get to a certain part of the game, when we have to get the character that we're trying to save in this game, which is Ashley Graham. She's the president's daughter. So that's why we're even here in the first place. We're trying to save the president's daughter. So we collect, we push costume 2 to make her basically invincible, and we'll see as it comes through. I should just get going. So in a new game plus, you can go in and you can buy weapons after the case. So I'm just gonna get going here then. So instantly activating the Ditman to run as fast as I possibly can. There's gonna be a cutscene right here which is gonna deactivate it, so I'm gonna have to go back into the menu and redo it again. Come up to our first enemy of the game, and there's another cutscene, and we'll just jump out this window here. So if I were to jump out the window, that the Ditman glitch would not have been activated. So what you try and do there, and I just haven't warmed up enough, is that you want to quick turn and shoot that that window out. If you shoot the window out, then it will allow you to jump over the thing without actually having to go reactivate Ditman. I did not do it fast enough, but it is what it is. That guy actually hit me, okay. So that's a good example. I'll just use that as a good example. That anytime you get hit or staggered by an enemy, the glitch stops. So we're going in. So we went through a door and the Ditman was not activated anymore, so we're going through here. And we're doing, this is our first kind of big part of the game. We make it look a lot easier here because we're speedrunners and we figured everything out. Hopefully that did it. It did. Great. So 3 quick rockets will allow us to get through this part. There's not playing this in a casual setting. This was probably one of the first harder parts of the game that you actually had to invest in. However, with our upgraded arsenal, we can do basically whatever we need to, including that. So 3 rockets ends the scene, which is great. This game has a lot of QTEs, which are quick time events, which is like one of the main parts to this game that kind of made it where people actually enjoyed it. I don't know. It was the first time that I played a game with QTEs. That's for sure. So we're gonna see a lot of those as they come through. This game does not care about if you push the wrong button. This game only cares about if you push the right button in QTEs. So you'll see me mashing basically both buttons a lot. But we'll see. This is actually gonna be a gold split. Yeah, that's a gold split by 20 seconds. So for example, right here, there is a quick time event. And I was mashing the 2 possibilities that it could be. Get through the door. I was mashing the 2 possibilities which it could be, which is both the triggers. Okay, that did not work what I tried to do. It's a perfect example of trying to push it so that you don't have to open any doors right here, because anytime I would have opened either 2 of those doors to get to these parts, I would have canceled the glitch. Let's see if I can sneak through here. Yeah, let me just sneak right past you here real quick. Don't grab me. Yeah, okay, great. So what I was saying with QuickTime events was that it's 2 possibilities. It's either A and X. Why are you standing right there? Get your head blown off, son. It's either Q or Q. A and X, or it's both the triggers. So it's never going to be anything else. So basically, you can just mash both of those as quickly as possible. See, and I didn't time it right. So right there, I didn't get the Ditman when I do it. So I had to try and reactivate it. So obviously, it's very important that you try and get it on the first try. The guy does one of 2 things. I don't like you. We're just gonna run through this as fast as we possibly can. Ah, don't hit me. He hit me. Of course he did. Luckily, there's a health right here. We're just going to take this. This guy's going to be standing right here. He's not. Okay. What? Okay. Of course, as soon as I start recording a video, I get trolled. We're just going to let this one ride, regardless of what happens. I mean, I've already have a gold split, so... Things could get better, am I right? It's a pretty easy puzzle right here. It's just up and to the left. So basically what our goal is, we're trying to get... We're trying to get Ashley, which is the president's daughter, and we found out that she's in a church. So that's the church that we're trying to get to. Why are you so mean? So this key's gonna... Oh, stop it. Really? Let's get through the door and then I heal. So there's a lot of management right away at the very beginning of this particular run where you're trying to go through the menu as fast as you possibly can. So it's a bit annoying at first. Like, some people don't like to do this run because of all this like management that you have to do. But you don't get this gun. This Ditman glitch you have to use at least later in the game, but you don't get it until a lot later in the game. You actually don't get it until, I think it's 4-4 you don't get it till. So it's pretty late in the game, all things considered. But since we start with a whole arsenal of inventory, it doesn't really even matter. You know, we activate it right away. So we're running past the church right now because there's an item that we have to grab. I have to pick my nose. There's an item that we have to grab to even open it, so we don't want to worry about the cutscene of, you know, wasting time right there, because we know where we need to go. We've played this game. I've played this game 100 times already, easily. One rule with the Ditman with the glitch is that anytime you're basically taking between any more than 10 to 15 steps, you want to activate it. So there'll be sometimes I've already seen where I didn't activate it, but then there's sometimes where I am activating it. So it's very precise on when you want to use it. Like, this is one that's pretty wide open, so you definitely want to activate it, but then there's other times where it's kind of a 50-50. Sometimes people don't want to worry about it, but... What? So, once again, I got staggered, so I had to reactivate it. That's okay, though. We're still making really good time, all things considered. So, here's the first real tough boss fight of the game. This is Del Lago, which means the lake in Spanish. Or something of the lake, you know. Basically like the monster in the lake. So you're gonna go across this lake, and then you'll be like, hey, let's go, you know, let's have some fun, and then nope, a huge monster attacks you. He has some very precise inputs that you can use and get... I missed that shot? Missed that one too? Some pretty precise inputs that you have to do to get a very good run. It's very difficult, and he also has to cooperate with you. For example, this is a bad run right here because this is an early dive. So he dove early, which anytime he dives takes about 7 to 8 seconds off of your time. Because he has to do this, and he basically runs away. Objective here is to hit him with... I missed that one, son of a gun. I went too far down. So the objective here is to hit him with, I think, 10 or 12 spears, one of the two. So you want to basically get him as much as possible as quickly as possible. If he gives you bad patterns like this, it's not fun. You get 3 here? Nice. It's very possible he's going to go under again, but we'll see what happens. This should be, if I can get 3 here, no, he's going to go, oh, he's going to stay. If I can get 3 here, this is a good run. Ah. No, he went totally under. I should only need 1 more, though. Yep. Another gold split. Awesome.